how wild this thing is.
Yes, sir, man.
How did this all come about?
I always wanted a festival since, like, day one. So, you know.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Orlando Magic. We've seen a lot of quality basketball from this Orlando team lately. They dropped the first matchup against this squad. They'll try to even the series in tonight's game.
Have a great game.
Everyone is in their seats here at the Wells Fargo Center as the 76ers look to grab a win here in Philadelphia. With Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, Kevin Harlan. And joining us tonight, a man who once said he will never write another traditional sports column. Please don't say that. So, Bill Simmons, don't say that.
Well, now you just have to tweet. You need 280 characters, and you can pretend you're a writer.
What do you think of social media?
I actually think for basketball, it's been a huge advantage. And it hasn't been a huge advantage for a lot of other things, but I think it's made basketball a lot more fun. I do worry, though, sometimes that people are just watching their Twitter feed over the games. I still think there's an advantage for people who actually are watching what's going on versus watching people's reactions to what's going on.
Interesting. Last outing for Orlando. They won that game against the Bucks.
Well, listen, they own the boards at both ends of the floor in that game, and that's what won it for them. Those extra possessions were invaluable.
Yeah, if you can be that much better on the glass, you're going to win the game.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Gordon down low with Bamba next to him. White is out there with AI, and it's Hawkins in at the small forward. With Embiid, modern superstar knows how to connect with fans using his social media to his advantage. He has got a very charismatic side to him.
He does. I wish he cared a little bit less about it. I don't mean to sound like an Embiid critic, but I think he's very aware of his surroundings at all time. And you could feel it at the playoff games that I went to in Boston, where he's very aware of the fans, and he's very aware of getting booed and kind of looking around. And I think there's another level that he can go to as a player of just like, guess what? None of that stuff matters. Just play basketball. You're 7'3", and you're unstoppable. I thought he just needs to be a little more locked in and a little less aware of that other stuff, and I think he needs to be in better shape. You saw in the playoffs, he would peak in the first three quarters, and by the fourth quarter, I thought he was dead. You could see his hands are on his knees, and the reason he wasn't in great shape was he'd never come close to playing that many minutes in 4 years. So the key for him is, can he play around 70 games a season? can he play 30 minutes a game? Can he get to 2,100 minutes for the year? And can he have something left in the tank for the playoffs? Because his conditioning really hurt him against the Celtics.
And White kicks to AI. Back to White. AI dishes to Bamba. And the rejection by Embiid.
Oh, you got to be careful around Embiid. When he's around, he's capable of coming up with these blocks.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. No good from Simmons. And Bill, on the topic of Joel Embiid, sometimes we don't appreciate what a big man has to go through because constant leaning, bumping. I mean, they play a game so different than guys around the perimeter. They don't face that constant guy on you.
Right. And the fear with him is some people's bodies maybe aren't meant to play basketball for 20 years, you know? And you watch him, he's 7'3", his giant arms, giant legs. And when you watch him run, you kind of feel it. Whereas there's other guys when you watch them run and it just makes sense. Like I still remember seeing KG early in his career. It's like, wow, that dude was meant to play basketball. He was just like a gazelle, you know? Giannis is like that. LeBron is like that. Embiid is really tall and he's carrying weight and there's just a lot of pressure going to his joints. And I just hope he can stay healthy.
Like with Yao.
Yeah, Yao is a great example. Greg Oden. Andrew Bynum, I think, is a really good example. Andrew Bynum was the focal point of the Dwight Howard trade in 2012. He was out of the league 2 years later. So, you know, you start going over 7 feet with these guys, and Kareem is an anomaly. Bill Walton, Yao, Ogauskas, Rick Smith. These are all guys that got injured because they were too tall.
Bill, we know about the love affair you have with the NBA, and you've written about it for so long. Started with the $4 ticket in Boston with your dad.
Yeah, my dad bought season tickets for the 1973-74 Boston Celtics, and it was only one ticket. And I think it was $4 a game, probably like $160 total. And he used to carry me in mainly because they didn't want to pay for a babysitter. So I started going to games that year, probably sleeping through a lot of them. And they won the title.
How old were you in 72?
So I was 4.
4 years old.
I'm not going to lie. I don't remember anything from that season. The first season I remember is the year later when they lost before the finals to Washington. And then the year later they won the famous finals against Phoenix, the triple overtime game. I was there.
Was Cowens on that team?
Cowens, Havlicek, JoJo White.
Yep.
And I was at the triple overtime game in the 76 finals. It was probably the most famous NBA game ever the kids out there now would nominate like Game 7, 2016 or something. But triple overtime game was the most famous game ever. And I slept through the entire second half and the first overtime.
Oh, no.
But then woke up because everybody was standing the whole second overtime, so I had to get up.
But that's what I love about Fultz. He does a little bit of everything. Scores, rebounds, passes.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
Man, they straight up been getting smoked over the stretch. They really need to refocus here.
And a chance to check out the numbers for Simmons. He's around 14 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
Yeah, impossible to check right now. When he's on a roll like this, there's not much you can do to stop him.
Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Hawkins with it. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Bamba's shot is off.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Here's Embiid. It's deflected.
The main thing you get with Bamba, imposing defender, shot blocker, alters everything in the paint.
AI left side. Bill, with last year's do-or-die season finale between Minnesota and Denver, final game of the regular season, momentum is gathering for a play-in tournament, maybe for the last 2 playoff spots. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I wrote about this in 2007. I called it the Entertaining as Hell tournament, where basically the first 7 seeds were guaranteed. And the 16 teams that didn't make it out of the two conferences, they just went head-to-head, single elimination. And then you have the final two games in New York City, and you blow it out, and you have a fun thing with it. I think that Minnesota-Denver game was important. And maybe the solution is you have the 6 seeds guaranteed in each conference. And then you have 7, 8, 9, 10 in each conference, and you just have playing games. You have 7 versus 10. You have 8 versus 9. You do it over the course of a couple days. Use the TV revenue from that, because you could get good money from that, to maybe shorten the season.
Great
which
idea.
Would be, for me, the number one thing I would change about the league. I think we should have a 70-game season. You could talk me into 76, but there's too many games. If there's too many nights where the players, I just think basketball is really hard to play.
Now here's Gordon after the miss from Joel Embiid. Offensive rebound, Bamba. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. The Magic have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
One thing that gives these scouts confidence in Zeller's ability to expand his shooting range is the fact that he's been a solid free throw shooter ever since he's entered this league.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Wallace is out there with Fultz, and it's McKinney in at the 3.
That's his mindset. Attack, attack, attack whenever possible.
Pass to Zeller. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. They get a hand on it, out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
And guys, I think it's fair to say things are finally coming into focus. We're getting a really good idea of who's going to make it.
You look at AI. He'll be a starter if things stay the way they are now. He's sitting at the 4th position in the Eastern Conference voting. A great all-star weekend it'll be. We'll keep you updated as we get closer. You know, Bill, when you look at the players the Sixers have put together, they should be a perennial contender, it would seem, on paper for years to come.
But that's the thing about the NBA. You never know.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of these teams that looked like they were the next potential dynasty, and within 2 years, they've made a trade. Somebody got hurt. I mean, you talk about the 80s Rockets. You talk about the Magic in the 90s. They made the finals. Within 14 months, that whole team is gone. The OKC Thunder, 2012, Game 5, Miami. I took a picture of KD and Harden and Westbrook with their arms around each other. They never played together again. So I think the thing you learn over and over again with basketball, even Derrick Rose and the Bulls, every time you think there's the next young team that's coming, they still have to actually do it, and sometimes they don't.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That's his first foul. Gordon's checked in for the Magic. Hawkins comes in for Josh Hart. Fultz the pass to McKinney. Here's Mitru Long. Here's Woods. Nice spin off the left rim and in. He's got 7. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. AI kicks to Zeller. Here's Sue. The wing jumper off target.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
But sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
From the arc. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Well, it's a confidence shaker when you can't hit a wide open 3 like that.
To the paint, here's Little, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Well, I know he's not the #1 priority for the defense, but they still got to give him some attention, guys.
Here's Fultz. Again, Philadelphia.
Adept at figuring out ways to score from mid-range. Fultz, showing he has the touch.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
And the chance to draw up a great play. I mean, this is a chess match at work.
And the 76ers making a change here. Simmons is checked in. And a switcher also for Orlando. White's checked in. Bill, we know in your writing that you love to incorporate pop culture references. How did that begin with you?
Well, it began because in college, I was dropping them in columns and people were responding. I think pop culture probably mattered more when I was in college in the 80s and 90s because, we didn't have the internet back then. It was harder to connect with people you didn't know. Basically, you had sports and pop culture and politics. Those were the three ways. If I'm getting to know you, what are the three things we're going to talk about? I didn't want to talk about politics with anybody, so the other two things for me were sports, pop culture. I was also an only child in the 70s with only 5 or 6 TV channels watching Brady Bunch, Partridge Family, Sanford and Son, Jefferson's, Good Times, all that stuff. And, that stuff just soaks into your DNA, and that's it.
And that one hits back iron.
Something affected him on that shot, and it wasn't the defense.
AI outside. Gordon finds Zeller. Orlando moving the ball around. Now AI. Over in the corner, Zeller. 4 on the shot clock. It's Hawkins on the wing. And it's off from three-point range. And Bill, in talking about the connection between pop culture, sports, and basketball during your career, through it all, you've always been a writer, though, haven't you?
Always been a writer. Only that was the only child of me. The thing is, though, I would have watched more basketball, but basketball wasn't on. Right. I try to explain this to people, how lucky they are to be able to watch.
They can't believe these finals were tape delayed.
Well, but think about the day-to-day, right? Like Magic Johnson. I feel like I saw his whole career, but I really didn't. Like, his first couple years in L.A., I think CBS was only showing, 6 or 7 regular season games.
On Sunday afternoons.
In the playoffs, they would bump them off.
Yep.
USA, I think, got the contract in maybe 1982, but for the most part, I love George Gervin. I probably saw him play in person twice, and I saw him on TV maybe 10 times, 12 times. And now I could watch Giannis every day. And if Giannis dunks, I could see it on Twitter 5 minutes later, or 5 seconds later. So I think people are lucky. You guys should appreciate how lucky we are out there.
The floater's a tough shot, even when you're that close to the bucket.
Bill, the way that super teams are being put together right now, good or bad for the league?
I'm confused. I have been watching this league since I was a kid. We've always had super teams. There's never been an era where we didn't. What do people think the Jordan era Bulls were, and what do they think the Shaq, Kobe Lakers were? And this is how the league is. I think what bothers people this time around specifically is that the Warriors won 73 games and they added Kevin Durant. Now, I get it. I get why it bothers people. On the other hand, your job as a franchise is to tilt the competitive advantage in any way you can toward your favor. They did a great job building their team. They did a great job building enough cap space for this year that everybody knew was coming, the summer of 2016. We knew the cap was going to jump. And they played it perfectly, and they got Kevin Durant out of it. He played it perfectly, too. He was on a team. He wasn't going to win the title in OKC. He wasn't going to win the title playing with Westbrook. Not to sound like a Durant apologist, but he wants to win a title and beat LeBron James. If you're going to do that, you're going to try to get on the best possible team you can.
AI kicks to White. AI passes to Gordon. The Magic have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. First one falls for him. So both teams changing it up here. And both free throws good for White.
And it took them a while to find their touch at the line, but they have been red hot here in the second quarter.
The pass to Hollis Jefferson. Dishes it to Embiid. Ojale kicks to AI. Here's Bamba, and the dunk by Bamba.
And that 7'9" wingspan on full display there. Bamba swooping in with authority.
Passes it to Simmons. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's his first trip to the line.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Kid Gilchrist, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
Well, it's clear Simmons is a unique player. I mean, 6'10", a guard, can pass the ball, move the ball, great vision. It's a no-brainer that he's been compared to Magic Johnson and LeBron.
Bill, it's interesting. More than 50 colleges and universities now offer scholarships in esports. I did not know this, and that number is probably only going to go up.
Yeah, and it makes sense too. What's more popular, esports or water polo?
Esports.
No offense to the water polo players,
no.
but come on.
These kids
let's
love
move
it.
with the
They
times.
cannot get enough of these games.
No, we should have, every college should have esports.
AI dishes to Bamba. Out to AI. Gordon, the pass to AI. Here's Ojale. Here's Hugh. And a miss there on the triple.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Mitru Long. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Magic. Their last encounter was in Orlando.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
Al Simmons. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Toronto. Here's Mitru Long. And it's White with the rebound.
I don't care who it is. You can't leave him wide open from that range.
AI right side. Bamba's shot is off.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Puts it up from 12, and the jumper is on the mark. 6 points for Ben Simmons.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. The 76ers making a switch here. Wallace is checked in. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we... We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You know, Markelle Fultz has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, the effort and intensity from a defensive standpoint has just really been superb, really firing up his team.
Oh, yeah, and in the first half, he was not only changing shots, he was sending them back into the crowd.
So on the floor for Orlando. Gordon down low with Bamba next to him. AI is out there with White, and it's Hawkins in at the 3. Now here's MB. Not a lot of room. Lock at 6. Here's Fultz. Swiped away. AI outside. Kicks to Gordon. Back to AI. On the wing, Gordon. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. AI passes to Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Here's Simmons. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Left side, Gordon. Here's White. And he drops in the layup off the glass. White's got 11 points.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Fultz kicks to Simmons. Down low. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
This is what a point guard should do. Simmons is so adept at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
Now, here's Bamba. Guarded by Embiid. Stolen. Pass to Fultz. And he uses the glass on the layup. Now it's a 7-point 76ers lead.
And the talent Fultz has, it's evident. He's terrific at finding ways to score close to the basket.
Hawkins passes to AI. He kicks to White. Back to AI. Pass to White. 6 on the shot clock. And here is Bamba. Here's Hawkins. Hands it from downtown. Hawkins has got his first 3 points of the game.
Rock solid start for him. They're 3 for 3 since coming out of the locker room.
Here's Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. And the 76ers lead by 6.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
AI kicks to Hawkins. Back to AI. Tries a 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Simmons got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Mitru Long. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
AI outside. It's stolen by Fultz. Fast break, here they come. Here's Hollis Jefferson. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Fellas, that's just like it's supposed to work. Don't give the D a chance to set up.
The Magic trail by 10. AI passes to Bamba. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
And really, when Bamba has this positioning, you got to get it to him. He's a very reliable scorer from there.
Knocked loose. Stolen by Bamba. AI outside. Here's White. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
The location of that assist was awesome. That was a sweet lead pass.
Fultz kicks to Simmons. Back to Fultz. Five to shoot. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. Shoots over White. Hollis Jefferson can't hit. The Magic trail by 6. Hawkins passes to AI. He dishes it to Gordon. The 3. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. To the middle. Here's Simmons. And Bamba pulls it down. For Orlando, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. AI passes to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Gordon against Simmons. Inside. Here's Embiid. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard and see which teams have been the NBA's best in the rebounding department. The 76ers, number 1.
They are tenacious when it comes to attacking the backboard. Physical, smart, and determined. No surprise to see them at the top of the ranking.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
And the Hakeem Olajuwon comparisons, they're somewhat legitimate. I mean, Embiid's skill set and size is something you don't see very often.
And Philadelphia making a change here. McKinney's checked in. And a change for the Magic. Cody Zeller's checked in for Bamba. Tries a 3. AI can't hit.
He's got to find better looks, or he's never going to pull out that funk he's in tonight.
Embiid trying to break loose. Fultz, no good. The Magic trail by 6. Six seconds left to play here in the third. Over to the wing. Robbins. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. It's all tied in Philadelphia. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
3 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Simmons is out there with Wallace. Then there's Monroe. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Hart kicks to AI. To the paint. Good ball movement here by the Magic. 6 to shoot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here's a look at the schedule for the Orlando Magic. On Wednesday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Indiana Pacers. And then on Friday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers.
And one thing about this team, they are as tough as it gets when they're playing in front of their crowd. Between that and their energy level, I could see them breezing right through this stretch.
To the inside. And Bamba with the basket on the assist by AI. Bamba's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Orlando. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Passes to Monroe. Back to Simmons. Lays it up and banks it in. Simmons got the game tied up here for the 76ers.
What focus from the young guard. I like how Simmons stayed locked in on scoring despite the contact.
AI passes to Hart. To the left side wing. Back to AI. Hart kicks to AI. Orlando needs to get off a shot. Bamba got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Outside, Simmons. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's his third foul of the game. Outside, Simmons. Over Sue, and it's Simmons penetrating. Buries it down low. And the 76ers lead by 2.
Terrific at penetrating inside. The mobility Simmons possesses at his size, amazing.
Bamba passes to Little. Kicks it to AI. Here's Robbins. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Last thing they want to be doing right now is giving away possessions. I mean, turnovers can kill you in this kind of game.
Bamba passes to Little. He feeds it to AI. And Hart has it in the corner. AI kicks to Bamba. AI outside. That one doesn't go. And for the 76ers, they're shooting 40% from the field. Wallace dishes to Simmons.
What about the speed and the muscle Simmons has? I mean, it makes defenders nervous if you ask me. Such a difficult matchup.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. For Orlando, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Pass to Little. Back to AI. He kicks it to Bamba. Little passes to AI. Just 5 to shoot. Basket good.
Look at this. I like this. Team basketball. Keeping the ball moving until they find the right shot.
And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Stolen by Bamba. Here's Hart. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Magic lead by 3.
At the defensive end, they've lost some of their focus since halftime.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Wants to get it to Simmons and does. The 8-footer. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Has he risen to the challenge down the stretch or what? 3 or 4 here in the fourth.
And Orlando making a change here. Hawkins is checked in. For Orlando, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. That's good from Hawkins. He hits both from the stripe.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Here's Mitru Long. Monroe outside. Back to AI. Orlando moving the ball around. Now the pass to Bamba. To the right side. Shot clock at 6. Here's Robbins. Another possession, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
And it's look at that.
The versatility of Simmons is astounding, amazing, impressive. Dunks like this are just insane.
And that last replay, courtesy of the Under Armour Hover Havoc, unleashing a little bit of chaos. And here's Hawkins. Makes it off the glass.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Markelle Fultz has checked in for Greg Monroe. The 76ers trail by 8. Pass to Simmons. Over AI. And Simmons gets it to go on the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got assist number 7 for him tonight. Down low. Out to AI. Pass to Hawkins. Bamba dishes to AI. To the inside. Robbins. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Well, that's just a good example. Of why the score is what it is. I mean, they need to protect the rim a lot better than that.
Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And a switcher also for Orlando. White's checked in. AI passes to Bamba. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Timeout called the 76ers. And now we present our Jordan Player of the Game.
And this game has been a showcase for his exceptional court vision. All night long, he's been seeing plays develop way before anyone else and never missed a chance to find the open man. It's been teamwork and ball movement at its finest.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during that last break, I heard Philadelphia's coach as he addressed the team. He does not like the high foul number in this game. He told them, you've got to stop biting on the shot fake. Stop gambling for steals. That's giving them easy points at the line. We'll see how they respond.
Thank you, David. The Magic making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. Mitchell Long passes to Fultz. With the floater, it's tipped. AI in the post. And there's the pass to Hawkins. Back to AI. Just 5 on the clock. And White kicks to AI. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here's Simmons. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Embiid. Sinks that one from the post.
Oh, the feed was perfect. The timing, the placement, everything was right on the money.
Magic leading by 10. AI kicks to Gordon. AI passes to Bamba. And another assist.
25 assists. What an unselfish performance.
He has been a sensational playmaker. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure. And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, I agree. Anytime you crack the 20 mark in rebounds, it's a special night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And Simmons kicks to Fultz. Hollis Jefferson passes to Simmons. High post Embiid. Shoots over Bamba. Again, Embiid missing.
You got to give the D credit there. It affected him. He didn't have much room to get the shot off.
AI with it. Simmons is there. White the pass to AI. Clock at 6. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. The shot. Again, the Magic score.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
The 76ers trail by 16. Fultz kicks to Simmons. Back to Fultz. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. And stolen by White. AI dishes to Bamba. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bamba's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed.
Sorry, I'm just getting everything set up. I just want to.
With their offensive execution.
Timeout called the 76ers. One of the stories here, Mohamed Bamba getting it done today.
There should only be one thing they're talking about in this timeout, trying to deny him the ball in the paint before he does any more damage.
Now here's Fultz. He's covered closely. Will it go? Rebound by the Magic. Bamba's got rebound number 15 here tonight.
He's not the only one to blame for them being behind, but he hasn't helped their cause much.
AI passes to Bamba. AI kicks to Gordon. And that one is off. Simmons with the defensive effort. At the elbow, Fultz. And White with the block. And he's able to get it back. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. Magic leading by 15. Now, here's AI. Pass to Hawkins. AI kicks to Gordon. 6 to shoot. Now, here's AI. He's tightly guarded. Bamba's shot is off. 76ers have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. To the paint. It's Hawkins on the wing. And stolen by Simmons. Now here's Fultz. White covering, and it goes down 2 points. That's 10 points for Joel Embiid.
He's utilizing all that limp to perfection. I mean, Embiid, even when you contest him inside, he's skilled at finishing.
AI kicks to White. Back to AI. Gordon inside. Simmons is there. It's Hawkins on the wing. And Bamba now top of the key. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. .107 left to play here in the fourth.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Magic.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And so checking out the record for these guys, tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
And after dropping game one in this matchup, they managed to take the second of a 3-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster.
And a team's depth is always a factor in games like this. And what a tremendous game. Maybe even a bit of a surprise to see the numbers for AI.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Wow, the solid court awareness. Leave someone open on Fultz squad, and you're going to regret it.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
AI passes to Gordon. Now Hawkins, guarded by Simmons. AI up top. 5 on the clock. Here's Gordon. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't care how good you are. It's tough to succeed in a hostile environment. They're doing it in style.
Hey, Kevin. Well, another win, and the streak goes on. This roll has been amazing. How are you sustaining this level of play every night?
Well, that's the talent that we have, DA. Long as the effort's there, the win's going to be there too. That's the kind of team that we got, and we believe in ourselves, and we believe in each other. It's simple as that.
You're making believers out of a lot of...
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for great...
What's up, Ben?
Yo, yeah, what's up? Pass back.
What's